many people have tried to make an AI agent trade? Not very many people. Okay, so I'm not sure what people are trying to do then. Look, our view is that AI agents in Web3 should be focused on solving problems in Web3, right? And the sort of the canonical version of this is people trying to build trading bots. Like, forget about things posting on Twitter. We're way beyond that at this point, okay? But the question is, how should we really get there? Sorry, this one. So we've seen the first generation agents that can do things like post on Twitter like Luna or make kind of intelligent signal stuff like AIXBT, what have you. But these are pretty limited. They're not particularly powerful at doing cross-chain actions or doing trading. The data sets are quite limited. The signals are quite limited. They're very monolithic. So if you look at something like ELIZA v1, the framework, it's a very monolithic code base, right? You can sort of copy the code and modify it and build an agent. That really limits what you can build, right? So we're trying to fix that. And sort of our approach to fixing that is to separate out how you build the agent from how you get it to do interesting things with other agents. So we believe that agents are going to be pretty small and modular. They're going to do pretty specific tasks, and then you'll group them together to do larger tasks. Okay, so we offer 2 products to do this. The first is called Alpha Swarm, which is an open source toolkit for building AI-fi agents, and then Alpha, which is our protocol for having them communicate in Swarm. So the interesting thing in, well, actually we can go through this. So Alpha Swarm is our AI agent builder kit. It lets developers create agents to perform DeFi actions. We break down an agent into 3 tasks: data and signal, strategy, and then on-chain execution. So if you want to trade, for example, as a canonical example, a trading bot, first you need to have a whole bunch of data about what the assets are doing, right? The price, the volume, et cetera. You need to have a strategy, right? How aggressive are you going to be? How conservative are you going to be? Are you going to try and be market neutral? Are you trying to use leverage, what have you? And then you actually have to decide, right now at this point in time, am I going to execute this transaction, right? So those are 3 different steps. So our framework is built in a modular way so that it is easy to separate out those 3 concerns and then execute on chain, right? And it naturally cross-chain. But that only gives you a single action, right? It's only going to give you a single agent. And what really we want to be able to do is to have agents that are powerful and collaborative, that can then have more sophisticated strategies. And to do that, we really need a protocol, right? Do we have a picture of it? To do that, we really need a protocol. And the thing about making agents swarm, one of the things that's really challenging in agents is agents don't have APIs, right? Agents like to speak natural language. So building an L2 for agents is a total, complete, and utter waste of time. It's the wrong product to go and build, right? The correct thing to go and build to get agents to talk to each other is an infrastructure layer that lets them talk, right? That's going to be messaging. It's going to be natural language, right? And actually, the on-chain piece is pretty limited, right? What you actually need to do on-chain with an agent is going to be make a trade or perform some other task, which is going to actually be pretty limited, right? So that's what we've built into our protocol. And the use cases that we're really interested in doing are things like liquidity provisioning, yield optimization, active trading, these sort of deeper DeFi use cases that go far beyond the personality bots and sort of signal bots that are out there, and start to get into how we can apply AI agents further down the crypto stack. Because if you think about it, think about a crypto portfolio or any portfolio. What percentage of a portfolio should be actively traded? 5 to 10%, right? What percentage really should be generating yield? 30, 40%? How much of it should be totally passive? Another 30 to 40%, right? So if you think about where the big chunks of crypto, which is bigger, the volume of trades on Uniswap or the amount of crypto locked in Uniswap liquidity pools? I think it's about 20x more crypto is in the liquidity pools than is actually traded, right? Like it's substantially more, right? Because not every coin gets traded every day. So there's a much larger series of use cases that go beyond simply trading, which we think really is where the power of AI will get unlocked. So where we are, we built out a big test net and we proved that we can make this stuff scale. The product that we have here at ETH Denver is Alpha Swarm, which is this AI agent starter kit that lets you sit down and build agents that can autonomously trade for you. And what we'll be releasing next is the protocol that allows these things to swarm, which is really where I think the interesting part is, because we need to solve the challenges of how to deploy, how to scale, and how to make this stuff work in a complex manner. Like, for example, if you want to do liquidity provisioning, you're not managing one vault or position, right? You're going to be managing hundreds, right? If you want to do hedging, right? Think about what binomial expansion looks like and how many underlying trades are required, right? You're not just taking a single position, you're managing hundreds, right? And to do that, it's not going to be a single agent. It's going to be many agents working together in collaboration. Okay, and here is the obligatory QR code to get started with us. Thank you very much.